Hey guys, you haven't seen me in a while, and that's really not unusual with this channel, but just going to say right off the bat, there is going to be a crying warning. So, in the last video, you saw that we were in a national band competition, and it didn't really hit me then because it was so new. But a week before that, a friend of mine killed himself, and before that, two other people from a school that I also used to take classes from also killed themselves, and I lost 3 of my friends in 2 months due to suicide. I mostly wanted to make this video to spread awareness. You never know if someone is feeling suicidal or if their lives are going completely downhill, or just everything is like horrible and they want to take their life, and that's because they can hide it really well. And these 3 people that killed themselves, we had no idea that they were even thinking of it. They seemed so happy. They energized everyone. They made everyone so happy. They made everyone laugh so much. And just like them doing this really surprised us all, and we just did not realize how much it would impact us. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, for years I used to be feeling suicidal. I used to self-harm, but I found coping skills and I found reasons to stay alive. At first it was impossible to find them, but I found them. And March 1st marked 2 years of me being self-harm free, and it felt absolutely amazing. I felt so proud of myself, and just when I was suicidal, I thought no one cared about me, that no one would miss me. But when I posted on a private story with me and my really close friends that it marked 2 years, they wanted to celebrate with me, and they told me how much I mean to them, and I didn't know I meant that much to them. I want, if you are watching this and you want to take your life, or you want to end everything, please don't. You don't understand how much this impacts people. You may think no one will miss you and no one loves you, but just the fact that I don't even know you, but I care so much about you. I don't want you to feel like no one loves you, because I love you. And I would not be crying if I did not care about you, and I care about you so much. And I want you to call the national hotline or call someone you trust and tell them that you're just not okay right now and you need some help. It will save a lot of people some pain. If you don't care about yourself, care about the people you're going to hurt. And if you don't think anyone cares about you, you're wrong. So many people care about you, and you may not see that now. You may not see that for years. I didn't see it for years, but my eyes finally opened up, and I finally realized how much people care for me. This month marks the 4 months of 4 and 5 months of my friends passing away. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been the worst months of my life, and if anyone out there is going through a death due to suicide, I am so sorry, and I know it sucks, and it's going to suck for the rest of your life, I'm not gonna lie, but you just gotta do everything in honor of them. Like, I'm trying to write a couple songs for them, and I'm doing a couple things for them as if they're watching me and they're with me, and I want you guys to know that I am wearing this ribbon today because blue and purple are suicide prevention colors, and it's a reminder to me that you have something to live for, and now you have to live for you and your friends. Please, guys, if anyone you know, or if you are suicidal, I'm going to say it again, call the national hotline or talk to someone you can trust that is able to take the next steps to help you or your friend get some help, and hopefully whatever's making you feel suicidal to at least not make it go away, but at least help manage it. I know that what I was feeling suicidal for will never ever go away, but I learned, or am currently learning, how to manage it, and it's helped me a lot. So I want you guys to not be scared of what someone's gonna say, because if they're like, oh, get over it, then they obviously have never had experience, or they don't know what to do. It's not that they don't care, it's that they don't have the authority, or they just never dealt with this before, and you probably need to find a trusted adult, and that's it. So I've asked a couple of people who these deaths has impacted. Some of them are very, very hurt still and has requested not to make videos because they were really close to this person. And I am respecting that, and they just asked that they could be mentioned because even after 4 months, even after years, it will always hurt, and it's impacting people this very moment. And so here are a couple of people it has impacted. I was in complete disbelief. I didn't think that someone like him would ever turn to an extreme measure like that. I was in shock. I didn't really feel anything when it happened. It was devastating to me to think that he was gone. He was one of my friends. He taught me how to bowl in 7th grade, and since then we have been really good friends. We always talked to each other, and then when we got to high school, I joined the bowling team, and we were on JV together, and he continued to help me bowl. We would compete against each other, and we would make each other laugh, and he was honestly one of the people who kept me going throughout my first few years at Greendale. He was also in band. We got along really well in band. We would always talk to each other. And he would always make other people laugh as well. He had a glowing personality. And so many people liked him. So many people talked to him. And when I found out he was gone, I didn't know what to think. I'd like to say I could have done something to help him, but in reality, I don't think anyone could have done anything. He hit it so well. I had no idea he was gonna even try to do it. And then I didn't really feel any way about it until after the funeral. The funeral's when it really hit me, because as I walked into the church, I saw his casket, and I broke down crying, because that's when I knew it was real. Like, it felt like a dream, but it wasn't. It was real, and he was gone, and I would never be able to talk to him again. I would never be able to hear his voice again, and it still hurts today. It's been a few months, and every aspect of my life has changed. From not being able to hear him in school, not being able to see him in school. He was such a good musician. I would never be able to listen to his jazz solos again. I wouldn't be able to run into him at the middle school or the high school again. He had so much drive and passion, and he had so many goals he wanted to achieve. And to know that he will never be able to do that is probably one of the worst feelings. I still think about him every day when I go to school, when I go into the band room, and I pray that he's doing okay. And I pray for the people who are still hurting. I pray for his family, because I can't even imagine what they're going through. It must be really hard. And I pray for all his friends. And I pray for myself too, because I still miss him. And it's gotten easier, but it's still really hard. Kind of feels like this, it's like this empty place inside of me that, his energy and his soul, he made me feel happy, and he made me feel alive, and he made me want to go to school, and he made me I wanted to see him every day.
and to not be able to see him every day and to not talk to him has been really hard. My advice to anyone struggling right now, emotionally, mentally, is to not give up. Because there's always a way to make it better. It's always going to get better, no matter how hard it may seem right now. You can't give up. Because every life matters. There's always somebody to talk to. There's always some way to go get help, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. It's important to feel wanted. Find the people who will listen to you. Find the people who you can relate to, because those are the people who will eventually end up saving your life.
Hi. So I was asked to make a video considering what happened at our school and how there was a boy who committed suicide. It didn't affect me as much as it affected others. I didn't know him that well, but there were instances where we did like talk and stuff. It was just surreal. It felt so different walking through like hallways and stuff. Everyone was so quiet. There were people that were really close to him, and there were people that were just in extracurricular activities with him, and I know some of those people, and it really did affect them to the point where they didn't know what to do themselves, and they had to ask for help and guidance. And there were many different sports and like the musical and everything that were really affected by this, knowing that there was a classmate and a friend who took their own life, and it was just really difficult for them. And I wasn't as affected by it, but it was still really hard for me just to like see all these people going through so much pain. It really hurt. But I know that some things you can do if you are feeling like this is go find help. There are so many people around you that are so open and are gonna want to help you and listen to you and hear what you have to say. I know that there are also many like activities you can do. You can sign up for sports, it's what helps me personally. I know that the coronavirus and stuff, it's shutting down a lot of those like different escapes, I guess. But what you can do is you can try to find new hobbies like drawing or making playlists. That's again stuff I do. It's just anything that helps you relieve stress is good. Reading, working out, again, just there's so many different things you can do. But yeah, there's always a reason that you should live, no matter how bad you think it's going. This is only like a portion of your life. It's a chapter. Even if it seems like the world is ending, I can promise you it's not. And you're gonna have so much time on your hands. I don't know how old like people watching this are like gonna be, but it's really important to understand that there's so much to live for, and you are important. So yeah.
In life, if you are feeling down, don't be afraid to talk to someone about your feelings. This is not an act of shame, rather than an act of being brave, as you are facing your problems head on and doing something about them by talking to one another.
Alright, so I've had an experience where one of my friends was close to suicide. He was planning on doing it that night, and I found out halfway through the dance we were at in our school. Olivia, the person making this video, also was there too and helped me to tell adults before anything happened. Before we told adults, I talked to him and he told me about him being serious. I gave him a hug and talked with him a little bit and then went looking for somebody to tell. At that point, I ran into Olivia, who was doing the same thing. We found the adult and told him everything. He then went and got the school police officer, which we told everything to. We went and got him and brought him into a room with the police officer and the teacher. Olivia and I sat out in the hallway, crying, and waited. After a while, the teacher came out and told us everything that happened. Explaining everything would double his story, so I'll just end up with that I left and got in the car to go home. I was crying and I fell asleep like that too. Our friendship hasn't been the same, but we're still friends. I still check in on him, but he seems better. There's always a better choice. People will be affected by it, even if you think they won't be. They will.